What is up, Cricket Rockstar Nation? So I'm coming to you today from Woodford Square in Port of Spain, Trinidad, opposite the Red House. That's because today is Saturday, 14 February 2026. Happy Valentine's Day to all of my friends, followers, and all of those who follow all of my social media platforms. So normally I didn't have any plans to come here today, but given how it's Carnival Saturday and there's Kinney's Carnival happening right here in Port of Spain, Trinidad, so why not I shoot a video talking about day 8 of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Now I'm going to be doing it very quickly because I have a lot of walking around to do, and I must say it's not going to be tiring. It is a lot of exercise and a lot of excitement today. So day 8 of the ICC Men's World T20, which is happening in India and Sri Lanka, was pure energy. Seriously, I mean, Ireland, who up till now yet to have win a game in this year's tournament, they outplayed and out-of-sorts Oman's side that barely has shown any fight in any of the matches just yet. And in all honesty, the Oman side has failed to impress one another so far in this competition. Then earlier on there was the England versus Scotland match, aka the odd enemy, where the Pums got its campaign back on track with a comfortable 5-wicket victory over the Scots at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. And then in the last game, which played a couple of hours ago, South Africa became the first team to reach the Super 8 stage following a clinical performance over New Zealand in the top of the table clash at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. So let me just be very honest. I mean, the first game of the day was an absolute belter of a pitch for the Irish, where their batters, especially Lokan Tucker, who was a part of the TKR side a couple of seasons back in the CPL, he is currently leading the team due to Paul Stirling being ruled out of the tournament with injury. He made 94 as Ireland posted a total of 235 for the loss of 5. Then he also had support from Gareth Delaney, the brother of women's cricketer Laura Delaney. He made 56, and there was that fiery late order cameo from George Dockwell. He made a quick 8-ball 35, which included 5 maximums, and that was, in all honesty, the final nail in the coffin for Oman. When Oman came out to bat, they only had a couple of starts, but the rest of the batters failed to perform as they were bowled out for 139 in 18 overs. Amir Khalil, the Pakistani-born batter, he top scored with 50, and another Pakistani-born who is playing for Oman, Hamad Mirza, was the second top scorer with 46. Josh Little was the pick of the bowlers for Ireland with figures of 3 wickets for 16, and he also had support from fellow fast bowler Matthew Humphreys, who had figures of 2 wickets for 27. So Ireland currently, believe it or not folks, have moved to 3rd on the table and surprisingly has a better net run rate than Australia, who I mentioned on social media yesterday. They were badly beaten by Zimbabwe by 29 runs in Colombo, and I'll be honest with you, this Australian side is not taking its Men's T20 World Cup campaign seriously. I mean in the first game against Ireland, it wasn't a one-man show. It was a team effort from their batters and bowlers. However, their batters and bowlers against Zimbabwe have failed to fire, but I will not talk about it in today's video as we're talking about day 8. So moving away from Sri Lanka now to India, especially Eden Gardens, Kolkata, where the old enemy match between Scotland and England took place today, and as I mentioned before, England defeated Scotland by 5 wickets to move 2nd on the table behind West Indies, who has surprised many of us. But the Super 8 stage, which is likely to start somewhere around next week, somewhere around there, it is going to get difficult for the two teams that finish in the top 2 in their group. I mean, England, their batters are not performing as what they used to, but today their bowlers did the damage, especially Adil Rashid. Once again, his figures are 3 for 36, restricted the Scots to 152 in 19.4 overs. Their captain Richie Berrington top scored with 49, while Michael Jones also made 33, and former New Zealand international who now plays for Scotland, Tom Bruce, he made a valid 24. In response, England did reach its target with 10 deliveries remaining, finishing on 155 for the loss of 5 wickets. Top scoring for the Poms, Tom Banton with 63. Bajan-born Jacob Bettel also chipped in today with 32. Sam Curran made a useful 28. And for the Scots, all of their bowlers shared a wicket amongst themselves, but the pick of the bowlers was Oliver Davidson with figures of 1 for 12 from 2 overs. In the end, England reached its target quite easily, but they could have done it more convincingly in my view. But nevertheless, 2 points and a win is a win. They move second on the table. West Indies are on the top with 4 points and a better net run rate at this point compared to England, which haven't played its perfect game just yet. Now, West Indies, by the way, have 2 more games to come against Nepal and Italy, and as I said before, they cannot take any team lightly in this World Cup. I mean, I have criticized them in the past for the poor performances in the last couple of years, especially in bilaterals where they struggled big time. But I will not talk about them right now. But the last match of the day, South Africa versus New Zealand, in which is the top of the table clash at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. Now, the winner of this match, by the way, would have ended up at the top of the table anyways, because both South Africa and New Zealand coming into this match had 4 points each. This was after South Africa survived a massive scare over Afghanistan in what was a double super over thriller, one of the best T20s I've seen in a long time. Today, the Black Caps posted 175 for 7 from 20 overs. Mark Chapman, the former Hong Kong international, top scored with 48. Daryl Mitchell made a useful 32. Finn Allen made a quick fire 31 at the top of the order. But the pick of the South African bowlers was Marco Jansen. He picked up his best ever T20 figures to date with figures of 4 wickets for 40 runs from his 4 overs. South Africa in reply made quite, or should I say, South Africa in response in its pursuit of 176 made light work of the Black Caps, finishing the game off in 17.1 overs, finishing on 178 for the loss of 3. Top scoring was Adam Markram. He single-handedly bashed the Black Caps bowlers to all parts of the Narendra Modi Stadium with a flamboyant 86. And did you know, since the start of the Men's T20 World Cup, Adam Markram has been playing his best cricket so far with the bat. He also had support from the finisher, David Miller. He came in when the Proteas had made most of the light work. Miller finished on a quick fire 24. And Ryan Rickleton made a useful 21 as the Proteas countered to 178 for the loss of 3 in 17.1 overs, winning the match easily by 7 wickets with 17 balls remaining and 2.5 overs to spare to go top of the table, which means now that South Africa cannot afford to lose Group B because of, should I say, South Africa at this point cannot lose the group due to its better net run rate, and they've been red hot since the start of the competition despite that scare against the Afghans. So tomorrow there are 3 more matches at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. West Indies is in action against Nepal at the Wankini Stadium. But the big match tomorrow is at the Premadasa in Colombo as India faces Pakistan. Now, Pakistan before the tournament had planned to boycott the match, but due to intervention from the ICC and Sri Lanka cricket, the match is back on. And let me just share my quick prediction one time. Pakistan, they have a decent spin attack compared to a couple of years ago, and India has a red hot dangerous batting lineup that in my view is better than Pakistan's, despite the fact that Pakistan only played a perfect game against the US a few days ago. But this match is going to be a battle between India's batters and Pakistani spinners. My prediction for this match, you'll never know until you watch the game. So till then, folks, be good, be cool, stay frosty. We will continue. Happy Valentine's Day. And for all of my fellow Trimbagonians, including myself who's outside for the carnival, hope you all are enjoying the carnival vibe so far, and we love you. Peace.